everybody. Just here at Leneva Park, just in one of the paddocks. We've just got our Sobu Rustic Rosa colt, just the chestnut in the background there. You might come over and say hello. I'm picking him up to get him ready to get him up and going. Take him over Josh's and get him going. Here's our ready to run. We bought at Inglis. He's had 5 weeks off. Looks magnificent here, and he'll be ready to go. We'll get him to Josh's and see where he can get to this campaign. Obviously, being a ready to run, he's a type of horse that we thought could get up and going reasonably early. So Price Candriff got him, and there's a little bit left in him. If anyone wants a horse that could be going fairly soon, around about Feb, March or something like that, you never know, he might be the one. All right, weekly wrap. Last week's runners, we had Get in the Queue, was really brave, ran second, got caught, came from an outside barrier, which we're getting very used to here at Roll the Dice. Rolled across, Zach sat outside the leader. The leader we're hoping was going to take us into the straight a little bit more longer, so we just had a horse to follow. Unfortunately, it dropped off pretty badly at the 400. Left us a sitting duck in front. We surged to the front, put 2 or 3 lengths on him. I was watching the horse on the outside. It was the favourite and the one to beat, knowing that at Kilmore it's an uphill run for the last 150 metres, and I know what happens there. They go really good and they look like they're going to hold on, and then once they hit that 150 metre mark, the leaders, especially if you've gone early, they tend to, lactic acid builds up, and it's a really hard last 150 metres there at Kilmore up a hill, and horses tend to surge late that are chasing. I was watching the outside, and then Galagotis' horse got up on the inside. It's a nice enough horse too. And Nabdus on the line, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes. He's been up for a fair while. He's been to Dell's Eels to get his barrier manners up and going, which they've done a great job. So what we've done is send him to Moonamees just to go on the Water Walker for a week, just to freshen his legs up, and we'll get him back and racing in a couple of weeks. Our other runner, Scottish Dancer, was brave again. The race pattern we thought would suit it, Sandown Hillside sweeping home, but no, nothing could make ground there. It looked like he could make ground down all day. It looked like the horses were kind of running into it down the hill, but then once they came down the hill and out the dip, they just plateaued most horses, and he was probably the run of the day for horses coming from behind, I would have thought, or from last anyway. His sectionals are really good. Unfortunately, we trotted him up yesterday, and he's pulled up lame, and he's going to have to go out and have a little bit of an operation to go forward. So that adds even more merit to the run. It's just been a hard one with this horse. We've just had roadblock after roadblock with him, and fingers crossed we can get him back and sound and have a real good crack at it, because we think he's got a heap of ability. They were our 2 runners last week. Upcoming runners. So Andrea Mantegna is going to go to Moonee Valley on Saturday, tomorrow. We had him entered over in Adelaide. It's going to be a really hot day there over in Adelaide on Saturday. 2,500, 62 kilos, giving a lot of horses a lot of weight. We thought our best chance of running well, and he deserved to have a crack at probably a little bit better race as well, was to head to the Valley. He'll roll across somewhere, sit on the speed, and hopefully the track plays on pace. It has plenty of times before, and it's a track where you can kick off the camber and really go well, but you never know. The trail's back in the true position, they might be sweeping. You wouldn't know, but fingers crossed you can watch those early races, and hopefully we've got a horse that's going to put himself in the race, and he's going to be really strong late. If he runs well there, we might back him up in the Werribee Cup. You never know. But he's going great. Our other runner, Crone, thought we'd found a nice listed race for us. Fillies and Mares, 1,200, and lo and behold, we draw 21 to 21, take the scratchings out, 16 to 16. So, she was a victim 2 weeks ago of a bad barrier, and I'm guessing at Doomben you can't make a lot of ground. I'm guessing that's going to be the same thing here. We have to go round because we need to move forward to the race that we've got picked out for on Magic Millions Day. So we've got a step-by-step process with her, a race-by-race process. So she's going to go around. She's going to need a hell of a lot of luck from that barrier. She's going to need a great ride, and she's obviously also going to need defy probably the pattern of the day as well. So fingers crossed she can do that. You know, we just want to see her smashing through the line with a trouble-free run. Would be the ideal way to go. So that was our 2 runners from last week. Our 2 runners from this week. We've got, we had Laflane's trial on Wednesday at Geelong. Really good trials there at Geelong on Wednesday. Got on the course proper. She ran second in the trial. She was really good. Obviously 1,000 metres, she ran behind a speedy one of, I can't remember whose it was. Chased really hard, and Damien Thornton, who's ridden her before, was really happy with her and said she felt great. So she'll go around at Pakenham Saturday, not this Saturday, next Saturday, Pakenham Cup Day. That's a standalone meeting there at Pakenham. So she'll head round there, which is great to see her back. We've got 2 trialling. The trials at Traralgon, of all places, on Monday. They race at Traralgon Sunday. Then they'll head down they'll have the course proper to trial on. One will be our New Zealand gelding. We bought unraced New Zealand gelding called Ayrton Senna. He'll have his first trial for us, so we're really excited to see what he can do. He's got some great trial form over in New Zealand. He'll start a maiden. Hopefully he can maybe 2 trials, and then we can see him head to the track. Profiteer will also trial down there. He had that jump out at Sandown, was good there, and good to see him getting away. They take him away, these young horses, give them a bit of a travel, get that experience into them. It tends to kind of really bring them on as well. So he'll head down to Traralgon as well. So that's our 2 trialers for the week. Outside of that, we have got our Ifraj gelding, our Tarzino that we bought at the Ready to Runs. It lands with Henry on Sunday morning. There's still a few little shares left in him, so definitely get involved there. Henry's taken half. We did that last week. He lands on Sunday. Really keen to get over and see what he looks like. He'll be a really nice horse for the future. Henry gave us a tip last week. Out the door, Henry. We're not going to ask you again, although unluckily you did strike a bog track at Geelong, which was unusual at this time of year. The horse stuck on really well and ran 4th, and I think it'll be a horse to follow there. And obviously his other tip was a Fair to Remember, who was extremely unlucky in the Ballarat Cup. That's the type of mare she is. She gets back and charges home, but she was really good as well. Got one for you today. All right, there's a horse going around at Wodonga today. It's called Chips Are Down. It's in the race 8 at Wodonga today, drawn barrier 3. We know a little bit about this horse for one reason or other. I think it can roll to the front at Wodonga, and that's half the battle there. It's a tight turning track that's really suited to on paces. So I reckon that it'll go to the front. It'll roll along at a really good speed and it'll be really, really hard to catch. So that's my tip for the week. I think Lee was no good last week, so I reckon if I had to go back, I was thinking about this last night, I reckon it's 2-1 to Lee, but I'm coming back nice and strong. So fingers crossed I can catch up with him today after Wodonga. Chips Are Down, race 8. I reckon it's a really good chance. Outside of that, that's pretty much all that we've had going on. I've been moving a few around. Swing and Boom's about to start. It's had 3 weeks work. I really look forward to her getting back into work. A lot of our younger horses are over here as well, just up the paddock. They're all going to start coming back in. We've got a couple of Palentinos to pop back in. We've got another 2 Palentinos. We've got a really nice Poisson Stalloon here. We've got a really nice Fox Wedge filly that's got to be picked up. We bought down in Tassie. So excited about everything that's happening. It's warming up here. So a lot of these younger horses, we will get back into work, get them into the stable environment where it's not so hot. They can continue on with their education and then move forward from there. But it's going to be an exciting time. Spring rolls around, the autumn rolls around really quickly. You'll see December roll up, and then horses will start kicking off, all the 2-year-olds and that. Looking forward to those Blue Diamond races later at the start of Feb, so it rolls around really quickly. Good luck to everyone on the punt this week. We head off to Moonee Valley. It's always a track that you can back a winner at if you get your track bias and that right. So I'm sure there'll be a winner there or two. Thanks, guys.